I was buzzing to find this at the car boot. I'm a massive fan of Eminem. Massive fan. Absolutely love Slim Shady. I've been wanting his like live DVDs for ages. So this one is Eminem All Access Europe. So it's got like his shows in like Germany, Norway, Sweden, Holland, Belgium, France, and the UK as well, Manchester and London. So yeah, that's awesome. I don't know what this was from year 2002. I was absolutely devastated. I couldn't see him this year. Really was. I really was gutted. See him at Twickenham in London in July. It's got a crack there, but I can cope with that. It's not too bad. So I haven't got around to watching this yet, but it's cool as hell. Oh, it's like a chainsaw on the artwork. So yeah, that was just £1. So I will be watching that soon. This is a CEX purchase that I got with some of my credit. Wanted it for ages. Wheel of Katamari. It was like £22. Obviously didn't cost me that much with my credit. With the manual as well. I was dreading it when I was like, does it have the manual? And yes, it does. So good. Because like usually when I see like a really good game, you know, or a, you know, pretty rare game or whatever, one that you don't see often, when I see it in my local CX, I always think that it won't have the manual. I got this in like a bundle off someone off the Facebook game group. I got it with some other PS1 games, but I can't remember which ones or anything. I must have already shown them to you guys because this is just kind of on its own in the pile. But it is Tekken 3 Collector's Edition. So I think I got this fairly cheap, to be fair. So I've already got the normal edition, so it's not too bad to have that one as well. It's not too expensive. This was a CEX purchase with credit. It was about £20, I think it was. Pocket Fighter. Yeah, it says 12 pint-sized characters from the Street Fighter and Darkstalkers series. I don't know what Darkstalkers is. I haven't heard of that, to be honest with you. I haven't heard of Darkstalkers, so I'm going to have to YouTube that. I still haven't YouTubed it yet. I picked it up quite a while ago. It's got a pretty hefty manual. Chunky but funky, one of these. It's one of them big ones. Yeah, unfortunately, the inlay, at some point, it's like been folded. I don't know why. I don't know why you would ever need to, but there is like a big fold all the way. It's a bit of a crease, but I can live with it. Like, I was just dreading it not having the manual, to be honest. But yeah, look, you can't even see, to be fair. So I can definitely live with that. So I was happy having that. I love Street Fighter stuff. These were £1 each. These were off the car boot. Cubert. I think you can get that for, I think it's for the NES, and I'm sure, I don't know if you can maybe get it for the N64, I can't remember. I'm sure it's a NES game. I haven't actually played it yet. What do you have to do? Safely navigate his cuber by changing all the cubes to one colour, whilst avoiding Coily the Snake and other enemies. Oh, that actually seems really cool, to be honest. It seemed like a nice little cool puzzler. I'll have to give that a go now. It's made me want to play it. Oh, with it having the Atari logo, I'm thinking, is it an original Atari game as well? Possibly. Not too sure about Cubert. Don't know about the full history. This is a proper random one. Pro Pinball Fantastic Journey. Travel back to Victorian times with 5 steam-powered adventures. So, I don't know what kind of pinball tables are on this, but looks alright, to be fair. I used to have a game, it wasn't that great, but I didn't mind it back in the day. It was called True Pinball on PS1. I still haven't re-picked it up yet, so I'm on the lookout for that. It's only like a really cheap one, but I actually enjoyed that back in the day. I've also got Psycho Pinball, which I've already showed you guys on the Sega Mega Drive, so yeah, I'd love to like jump on that, because I think it's got some like horror ones or something like that. I also want Kiss Pinball and Austin Powers Pinball. I want them for the PS1 as well. I'm a bit of a sucker for pinball games. I don't mind them too much. I've got a couple of Game Boy games to show you. So this was from Car Boot Dan. He picked it up off a store for £1 on the Car Boot, and I must have missed it. He sold it to me for £3 because I said, if you're selling it, let me know. I didn't know if it was like going to be a really valuable one or anything. So yes, it's just Castlevania for the Game Boy Advance. It doesn't say anything else with it. So yeah, it must just be like a remake of the first one, because it says 1986 and then 2001. But yeah, it's not one of the most valuable ones. So I think CEX give £3 voucher for it, so that's why he wanted to sell me it for £3. So I was just like, yeah, go on then, because it's not an absolute massive amount of money, is it? This was from just like a random like cash converters style store just down this this street where I live, basically, where the charity shops are and whatever. You know, it's a bit of a long shot, but I always pop in, see if there's anything. I got this for £2, which I don't mind. It's only for the Game Boy Color as well. It says in the corner, Game Boy Color exclusive, Toy Story Racer. So that looks pretty fun. So I didn't mind that for £2. So I grabbed that. So I got these off a lad off one of the gaming groups. He only lives in Hull, where I go to uni. So he had a loose disc of Pokemon Battle Revolution. He's called Brock the 80s Dude, by the way, on Instagram. He always posts his car boot fans. He gets some great stuff. So yeah, he had that just on its own. So I think he only wanted like a few quid for it. So I was just kind of like, I'll just grab it, you know what I mean? Then I got this off a guy, Saga Ahmed. I don't know how to properly say it, Saja or Saga Ahmed, I think it is. Also off one of the game groups. He had the case and manual only of this, so obviously this found a new home. So got a nice boxed and complete copy of Pokemon Battle Revolution now for the Wii. So these are the other things I got from Chris. He had X-Men Mutant Academy, boxed and complete for the PS1. I want Mutant Academy 2 as well. This is the first one. And also that reminds me, on the manual, to get Spider-Man. The early Spider-Man games were decent. He had this Mega Drive game. It just hasn't got a case. So I need a case for these to go in. So obviously that's the insert. This is Pele World Tournament Soccer. One of the best for footballers ever, Pele. This is obviously the cartridge. It's one of them different shaped ones. And then a hefty manual. So yeah, just need a case. I need to rehome that one as well. And then he also had this. This is boxed and complete, Super Kickoff. I mean, loads of collectors avoid football games like the plague, but I actually don't mind them, to be fair. I think this is one of them where the manual hardly fits in the box. So yeah, but like I say, with me being a big football fan, I don't mind footy games at all. Don't mind them at all. This was a game off Sam and his dad. I think it was £2, I think it was. Not bad at all for Thrasher Skate and Destroy. I remember playing this back in the day, and it was like the total opposite to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater games, because it's like X to grind and triangle to ollie, and I was used to obviously vice versa. I was used to doing the opposite on Tony Hawk's. So yeah, I remember when I bought it as well. I was looking in him, and Sam was just like, I think I heard him in the background just say, "Oh, it's just a load of fodder and whatever." And his dad was like, "No, it isn't. Some good stuff in there." And to be fair, like I think Dan was with me at the time when I was looking through them as well, and that's so true though. It's like one man's trash is another man's treasure kind of thing. Like, you know what I mean? To some people it'll just be fodder, but then to some people like me it'd be a game I want in the collection. So yeah, it's always worth picking up for a couple of quid. I didn't mind that, so I can jump back on that, get a bit nostalgic again. I got this for 50p. Yet another one with legendary Bex on there, with one of his many hairstyles. FIFA Road to the World Cup 98. Brings back nostalgia, that. The old number 7 and the old England shirt as well. Love it. Got these. God, I can't remember what. I'm sure I just got these for like £1 each. And these are for when I get a PSP. I've obviously picked up PSPs from the car boots in the past, but they've had like too many like scratches on it for me and stuff like that, and they've not been boxed as well, so that's why I've like moved them on, traded them in CX. I haven't seen any PSPs on the car boot in ages, to be honest, not on my locals, but like I say, I'm doing the same as what I usually do with the PS3, so just collecting them exclusive games or whatever for when I get one. So I got Ape Academy 2. I'm an absolutely massive fan of Ape Escape 1 on the PS1. The very first Ape Escape, that was absolutely brilliant. Apologies that it's getting a bit dark, guys. God. So them winter nights, man, starting to get dark now. Yeah, you can still see me alright, unfortunately. So we've got Space Invaders Extreme. Can't turn down a Space I know you said Space Raiders then. Always thinking about food. I'm always thinking about the crisp. Oh, and you know, I've just realised. It's not Space Invaders in here. I've just realised. SmackDown vs Raw 2008. How did I not realise? Oh, wow. I must have just done a quick... Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, my God. I'm really worried about these games now. Hang on. Yeah, that's Ape Academy 2. I'm scared about the other one now. This one is Little Big Planet. You know what? I think I got this from a different stall. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, wow. What a way to discover this live on camera. This is awkward. So I have to take this out, and I have no desire to keep this whatsoever. I loved wrestling games up to this one. I used to get all of them on their PS2. SmackDown vs Raw 07 was like the last okay-ish one. 08 it went downhill. Oh wow. So I no longer have Space Invaders Extreme. No game in it. Okay. Right. I can't believe I didn't even notice that until now. Oh well. Okay, so I got these following games for £1. Fable, the Xbox. Again, I own an original Xbox and I like collecting the exclusive games for it. For other games, you know, like, I don't know, just any other games, you know, that were also released on the PS2. Obviously, the PS2 is like my main one from that gen to play stuff on, so all of my titles are literally PS2, and then the Xbox exclusives, only on Xbox, I will grab, because that's my whole point of having an Xbox, an original one, because there are some good, more pricey titles for it, like, obviously, what I've showed you guys, like Stubbs the Zombie. There's also Conquer Live and Reloaded that I want to get. So, yeah, obviously, the Xbox, there's some nice little titles for that. So, Big Mother Truckers 2, Truck Me Harder. Yeah, it's not too bad, this. I think you just have to literally... it's just racing to all different locations and stuff like that, and there's all... I don't even know, to be fair. I think you just play as like some hillbillies and whatever, and there's chicks along the way. I don't know. I've had a little go of it, but not a massive go. It reminded me that I need to get another game, maybe similar-ish to this. It's called Super Trucks. It was on Gamesville, an old Sky One show. It's only like 50p from CEX. Can't find it yet though. I'm sure we had it in store, and I just didn't grab it at some point. But yeah, I really want it. It's just called Super Trucks, and it's just proper naff, but it's one of them naff games that I actually kind of enjoy playing. So yeah, basically you just race in a truck, and it's like really, you know, obviously slow compared to your Burnout and I don't know, your Forza games and whatever, but something different anyway. Just going to turn this lighting up. See if you can see me a little bit better. Yeah, brighten myself up. Like I say, it's so weird. This is like the worst room in the world for lighting. We're getting there anyway. This video is going to be a really long one. Right, I've got some things to show you. This was 50p. Fallout New Vegas guide. Absolutely brilliant, that. I've never played Fallout New Vegas, so I thought I'll have it just to flick through, because I'm going to be a massive noob on it. I think I've missed out by not playing on it. So I can't wait to have a go of it. Like I said, I picked up Fallout New Vegas, the one with like... I can't remember what it's called, the something edition, with like all the DLC in it. I got that for like $150 off the Carbo, and CX sell that for about 15 quid or something like that. I'm sure it was like 16, 17 quid or whatever when I saw it in CX. So yeah, I've got all that to play when I fancy getting into it. I got this for 4 quid off Car Boot Jamie. Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver version guide. So I thought I'd grab that because I would like the Heart Gold and Soul Silver games, because obviously they're kind of like remakes of the old ones, and they're like my childhood. So I thought, yeah, I will grab that. Got this from Sam and his dad. I can't remember. I think I got it in a bundle. Let me just get the other things. Yeah, I can remember now. I got all this for 15 quid. So I got this Fallout 4 guide, Vault Dwellers Survival Guide, Collector's Edition. Really nice this is. I really got into Fallout 4. It was brilliant. That was the first one that I properly played. Really enjoyed Fallout 4. I mean, some people weren't keen and thought New Vegas or the third one were better, but I can't really compare. But I loved Fallout 4. And then I also got these. These were like I say, they wanted a 5 each for these. And then, so I basically got these and the guide for 15 quid. So these are games I've been after for a while. So we've got Sonic Adventure. That just needs, it's only on the outside case, so it just needs a scrub off, that one. It's probably used maybe me label remover or whatever. So it's all nice and complete with manual. The cases are still nice condition, because, God, the Dreamcast cases are so awkward, aren't they, when they feel like breaking and whatever. It's another one, Jet Set Radio. I would have bought a few more games off them, to be fair, if I had the money. But I was skinned after buying all these. That just nearly fell out. Yeah, the disc holder in this one, it's just a little bit loose on that. So I'll probably just have to replace that at some point. So yeah, it's another classic game I haven't played, Jet Set Radio. And then this came with a nice dust sleeve. A nice sleeve with it, Paperboy. So I think, can you get Paperboy 2 for the NES? I think you can. I've got Paperboy 1 for the Mega Drive, so I need Paperboy 2 for it as well. But yeah, it's cool to get it for the NES. Just looking at it, that was me back in the day. I was a paper girl. Back in the day. I can't remember how old I was. I must have been about 11 or 12 or something. I was like a paper girl for like a year or something. But yeah, I got proper ripped off. The shop did not pay me well at all, and then my mum just made me quit because it was just that bad money. But yeah, so yeah, that was me. I got this for 20p. Awesome, that. I just saw it on the floor. I thought I'll take a punt and ask, you know, how much they want. And yeah, it was a woman just wanted 50p for it. So I'll be honest, I've played Super Mario Galaxy, but I haven't completed it, and I haven't played the second one yet. I'm so behind. Like, 'cause the thing is that this is what I've found. Like, since I started collecting, I do spend a tiny bit more time collecting than gaming sometimes. But I am 100% still a gamer as well. But yeah, like I say, I'm still a noob on this, to be fair. Find all 120 stars that unlock that super secret ending. So hopefully that will help me eventually get them all. So yeah, I'd love to get into it though. It's just finding the time. I got this for 50p off a stall. It had like a few of them. Really cool Fallout Vault Boy. I got this with CX credit. It was about, I'm sure it was about 28 quid as well. But yeah, I got this in store. Blades of Vengeance. Beauty of a game, that. Like I said, just needs a little bit of a scrub up, but it's lovely. All nice with the manual as well. I was thinking, like, I bet the manual in with it. I thought, I bet I'm going to have to pass on this. But no, it's in there, and it's all nice. Been through it, no graffiti in it. And like I said, I haven't played this yet, but I've looked at gameplay on YouTube. It looks really good. Like I say, it's getting a little bit on the dark side outside, so I'm sorry, like, when I'm waving my hands about, it's making my face all shadowy and whatever, but like I say, we're nearly there anyway. I got this off the car boot for 50p, so I won't say no to that. I'm a big Black Ops fan. I'm a Call of Duty fan anyway, but I love the Black Ops games the best. Got this was quite a while ago. It was a £5 off Swaps and Sales. I did used to have it on the, actually I did have it on the Xbox One. It was when I was in America. I bought it when it first come out. I absolutely did not have the money whatsoever. But when this first come out, I was in America at the time. It was like back in 2014, towards the end of 2014. Yeah, I bought it. We all just shit ourselves when we played it. So that was fun. So, like I said, I've never played it since. And yeah, I just wanted it. Cause I bought the Evil Within 2 when it had not long come out. Still haven't completed that yet, but yeah, I don't know what to think of the Evil Within 2, to be fair. I mean, this one had its bad points. It's a little bit frustrating at times. Evil Within 2 isn't too bad so far, but I'm not far enough into it to give a proper opinion. I got these for, I think I got these for a couple of quid each, I think. Yeah, it was back when I got like the Galaxy games and Super Mario Bros games for myself. A guy had them for like 2 quid each, and they generally all went to my collection because at the time I did not have them. So yeah, basically this was from that stall. So Mario and Sonic Winter Olympic Games and Super Paper Mario. But unfortunately there was both missing the manuals. But my boy Saga Ahmed from the one of the Facebook game groups hooked me up with a manual for both of them, because he usually always has them. So, you know, I just messaged him, I said, do you have them? He said, yeah. So I bought them off him, so now they're all nice and complete. I'm so good. I should have like my own company. I'm so good at rehoming things, aren't I, guys? I just get loose discs, whatever manuals. I just rehome them. We're all happy. Right, we'll grab this pile of games. So I got these for this one was 50p. Tomb Raider, Angel of Darkness, massively old game. I think it's like 2003. I thought it was a bit older than that, to be fair. I thought it was like 2001. But I never got a chance to play in it. I think reviews said it wasn't too good or whatever, but I do want all the Tomb Raiders, to be fair. I know I've got Tomb Raider Legend. Not sure if I've got Tomb Raider Anniversary or not. I don't think so, but I think there's like a bit of a special edition you can get of it or something, so I would like that. So I've got that one. This was £1. Star Wars Battlefront 2. Saves me from wasting any CX credit and getting it from CX for like... It's been fluctuating between £8 and £10 for ages. And that's reminded me I need to get that off as well. So label remover job that might be if it doesn't easily come off, if it don't want to play. This was £1. Actually wanted this because I've got the Carnival games for the Wii. So this is Carnival Games Mini Golf. I don't know what it's like, but I think there's like unlockables on it, so that'll probably get me playing it, to be fair. Got these for £1 each, actually. I remember playing this, Dead Rising 2. I actually had this on the PS3, but I can't remember what put me off. I think I played it for a bit, and then I couldn't find where to save, and for some reason I just saw my ass and switched it off and never played it again, or something daft like that. And I think it's a bit of a time-based game as well, I think so. I think like time's moving as you're playing, it's one of them. So I'll give it another go at some point. I really enjoyed Dead Rising 3 and 4, even though the ending to 4 sucks. Like the story was like awful, but the gameplay was good though. So like I said, I had a little go with that, saw my ass, got rid of it back in the PS3 days. And then I haven't played the first one. I need to pick up the first one. That one was Xbox 360 exclusive, that one, I think. And then this one, I used to have it back in the day, and I haven't had it anymore. Oh, I'm just checking if it had the... don't think it had a proper manual with it, to be fair. It was FIFA Street. It was actually really cool FIFA game. I really enjoyed it. You're not going to beat FIFA Street on the PS2, the first one, and then the second one was alright as well. That got a bit more advanced, but this one was still good with Messi. I remember getting that. I think I originally, years ago when it first came out, I think I originally got it from Asda. This one, there is a Facebook page called, I think it's called Retro Game Swap Shop, so search that and have a look. I had a PS1 game called Pajama Sam. It was selling for about £5 on eBay or something, but I just couldn't be asked to post it and sell it and everything, to be honest with you. And like I said, I picked it up from the car boot for £1, and then I just realised it's literally not even a game I want as a shelf filler in my collection. And this guy, he's on the game groups as well, he was wanted to get rid of some sports games, and I said, will you trade it for this Mega Drive sports game? He had a load of Mega Drive ones, and he said, yeah, cool. So trade this with him for EA Sports double header. It's got EA Hockey and John Madden Football. So I love the old stickers as well. $39.99. It's mad at the original prices for them. So it's all lovely and complete. Oh, and it's even got, I forgot that as well. So that's that. It's even got one of these little brochures in here. Little brochure. James Pond games. Bulls v Lakers. I'm just thinking it's the no, it's the Celtics v Lakers, isn't it? That's the rare one. Zombie High and Risky Woods. They're ones that I'd like as well. So yeah, I like reading through these, because obviously if you find any that you haven't come across, so it's not too bad at all. I'll have another quick read through that later and possibly make a note of a few games in there. It is generally really useful, so it's always a bonus when they have them. So yeah, like I said, it was lovely condition, and so I didn't mind, even though it's a sports game, I don't mind it at all, because it actually looks alright just to have a little mess about on. So I didn't mind at all. I'd rather swap that for some retro. This is a game, I got it for, I don't know if it was 20 or 25 quid. Might have actually been about 25. We hardly ever get Sega Saturn in our local CX, but we did have one. It was Tempest 2000. So it has been going for about, I think the going rate on eBay is like 30 or something like that. So all nice and complete with manual. With Manuel. I've started saying that now. A lot of game collectors say Manuel. Reminds me of Manuel off Faulty Towers. I like how they've got that in it as well. If you look at the manual, God, the disc is like not stable at all. It's about as stable as my life. Oh my God, look at that as well. It's the freaking glue, man. It's got them bits in the corner that's keeping the manual nice and intact, which is cool. The only problem, you know what I mean, with these Sega Saturn ones, it's just the glue. It's nothing that anyone's done wrong. It's literally like the age of the glue. But yeah, the disc is absolutely faultless, spotless. Hey, look, it's me. It's me. There we go. Inception. So yeah, it's another Sega Saturn game ticked off the list. I would eventually like to have a full set. I'm probably gonna be about 75 or something by the time I manage it. But yeah, I think my mission honestly is just saving up my CX credit for the big hitters and stuff, and then just occasionally picking up the more cheaper ones. I've got some Game Boy games to show you guys. Got this with CX credit as well. I got both of them actually. Got these three. Donkey Kong Land 2. That's a bit better. I'm not left-handed, but I'll hold it like that just so you can see. We are getting to the end of the video anyway, guys. The end of the pickups. And then at a later date, I saw Donkey Kong Land 3, so I was like, lovely. That will go nicely with that. And I love how the yellow cartridges as well. I don't know what the reason is or anything, but it's cool. This was like literally £1. So I just thought I'd just grab it just for the collection. Navy Seals. It doesn't look like a bad little action game on YouTube from what I've seen. These are from Ernie. I think I got these off him for £6. Cause at first, 2 Game Boy games, and he got them in like a little bundle. He got them with like Super Mario Land 1 and 2 and stuff, but I already have them games. It's pointless me getting them. And Ernie, like pretty much, he knows the value, but he will sell at a decent price. I've bought off him before. So one of them's in a case protector, so I'll just take it out. So he said, what do you want to pay for him? And I was a bit like, we do £5, and he was like £6. So I was like, yeah, go on, because like I say, it works out £3 a game. So I didn't mind too much. So Dr. Mario, I first played that on my NES Mini. I absolutely love it. Absolutely amazing and stupidly addictive puzzle game. Then this one is Game Boy Gallery 5 games in 1. So I don't know what's on that. I don't know if they're just like basic games or whatever, but yeah, I haven't tried that one out yet. So yeah, that's the Game Boy games. And then just a pile of games here, guys. These were just a couple of really common PS2 games, but I wanted them for my collection. Got them with some spare CX credit. 75p for Midnight Club 1. I really enjoyed the Midnight Club games back in the day. Really enjoyed them. I just need Midnight Club 2. It's the only one I need. I've got that one. I've got the Midnight 3 Dub Edition, Remix Edition or whatever. So I've got that. Matrix Path of Neo. I remember I used to have it back in the day. But unfortunately, there we go. But unfortunately, loads of my games just went. I don't know where the hell they ended up at. But I remember when this first ever came out, it was like 40 quid or whatever back in the day. My granddad actually got me this. And he was like walking out the bookies, and he said like some proper chavvy lads. This was like back in the day. When was it? 2005. Some proper chavvy lads, like, you know, druggies or whatever, like looking at him like that. And he's thinking, you know, what do you want and whatever. And they said, oh mate, do you want to buy this? It's still sealed. It was all still sealed for £10. So that was an absolute bargain back in the day. So yeah, that's why I originally played this game. So just a little story for you to show how rough my hometown is. So I got these for, I think there was £1 each. This was really really random. I remember this being shown on MTV, but I'd never seen it properly. But I've watched all this. I've watched all the episodes on it. I think there's about 7 or 8 episodes. The Slim Shady Show. I wonder what Eminem thought of this. And it's so funny. It says, I don't know who quoted this because it doesn't say, but at the bottom it says, the Slim Shady Show makes South Park look like the Smurfs. So weird. So yeah, it's like just so random, but yeah, I actually enjoyed watching it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 9. Some of the titles, man. There is one where he's like in a prison and it's called Slim Shank Redemption. Devirginization. The Ass and the Curious. The Ass. Ouija board blunders. There's just all sorts. It's massively random, but I'd honestly recommend it if you're a fan of our Slim Shady. I'm really hoping we hear from our Slim Shady soon, because obviously at this moment in time, Machine Gun Kelly, who even is he? I didn't even know he was a rapper or anything until all this. He's threw a diss at Eminem, because Eminem started it on his Kamikaze album he's just released, which I still need to buy. And yeah, so I'm waiting for him to respond to Machine Gun Kelly's diss. So fingers crossed, man. I absolutely love Eminem, my favourite artist ever. This was £1. I haven't seen this on TV for years. I'm sure it was like shown on TV years ago, and it's got our beloved Ryan Dunn on the cover. Gumball 3000, the movie. So it's where like all like the guys from Jackass, Tony Hawk, Bucky Lasek, and just some other random people. They go on like that big like race or like rally or something, like supercars, 3,000 miles. And it says 14 arrests and over $50,000 in fines. What are we? 1 hour 38 minutes it is. So yeah, I haven't got around to watching that yet. I'm sure I saw bits of this back in the day. I don't know if I'm sure Bam Margera is involved in it. I'm not too sure. I'm a massive fan of Bam Margera and all his DVDs and whatever. So yeah, I'll be watching that soon. Last few games, guys. So we have so these are from a store on the car boot. These were just 50p each, I believe. So I thought I'd already showed you it, because I've already kind of spoiled it when I showed you Midnight Club 1. I have picked up Midnight Club 3, there we go. DUB Dub Edition Remix with bonus features. So yeah, these are just 50p. So I'll pick that up. Time Splitters Future Perfect. I haven't tried that one yet. I need Time Splitters 2. I've got the first one. Absolutely love the first Time Splitters. I thought it was brilliant. It's good multiplayer as well. Played a bit of this back in the day, but I didn't manage to complete it because I borrowed it off someone. I think this was back on PS3. Rage, from the creators of Doom and Quake. I really enjoyed this. This was like this was just £1 off the stall. It was really good, and it's got like 3 discs to it as well. It's pretty crazy. So it must be a bit of a crazy long game. But yeah, really enjoyed this. Like from what I played of it, it's good for its time. When was it? It was 2011. And then this one was 50p. I'm not a PC gamer, but I couldn't leave it behind. House of the Dead 2, because I'm a massive House of the Dead fan. So I thought I'd grab it because I didn't want to leave it behind. So anyway, guys, that is the end of the pickups, and we've got like progressively darker through the video, so I do apologise. I've got that many things to show you guys though. Time has just ticked on, and this is going to be a massively long video, but I hope you guys like enjoy it all anyway. If you've made it this far, which I'm sure you have, that's some badass pickups. So, shout outs. I want to show some appreciation and give some people some shout outs, to be fair. So, these are channels that I've just been watching. Some of them even have more subscribers than me, but whatever. But I just want to give a shout out to like what I've been watching. So, this guy I talked to, like, just right at the start of my channel. So, Grana Banana, I will put the text up on screen of these so you know what they're called. He does like some really cool reviews, and he dresses up as a banana. He has like a banana like outfit and everything, so that's really cool. Glory Hunter 82, I really enjoy your videos, man. Also love watching Lewis Wishwash 182, he's great. Not that he even needs a shout out, but Tootie UK obviously, he picks up some awesome retro gaming stuff, like, you know what I mean? He's one of us. He's a good fella. You know, like when you see someone, you go, yeah, I know that guy. He's a good fella. We were good fellas. Freaking love that movie. Also, James Collects. He literally uploads the most. He's a nerdy collector and an eBay reseller, as he says. He's a great channel to watch. Also, the Gebs24. She's also another UK female YouTuber. It's quite a bigger channel. But yeah, I just literally, I love to give shout outs when I find new channels or whatever, or just to show my appreciation for some channels. I forgot to say this at the beginning of the video, but you know, when I sit and watch your guys' videos, I really love it. Like, it's an absolute pleasure. It's a pleasure to make these videos, and it's a pleasure to watch other collectors as well. It's literally a pleasure to be involved in this community, so absolutely love it. So yeah, this is starting to look like an Insidious movie with how dark it's getting, so I will have to shoot off, guys, and I'm going to try not to leave it too long until the next video. So I hope you've enjoyed all the badass pickups, and let me know if you guys have picked anything decent up in the comments down below, or, you know, and I will definitely reply to you all and get back to you all. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. You stay classy, YouTube, and I will see you very soon.